Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another
Bonzour,
fun-filled,
Pee-wee.
action-packed episode of Courtroom Procedural, the game.
Yeah.
Yeah! The most exciting court action you'll ever
Executive producer
see.
Dick Wolf. Last time we finished investigations on the second day, and now we're on day 3 trial. So this is not the third day of trial, it's the third day of the case. So the second day of the trial.
Yeah,
And second day.
Yeah.
Right.
the second trial.
Oh no.
Okay.
There's gonna be so many more things I have to figure out, aren't there?
Oh yeah.
Until
Are you
we
keeping
figure
up,
out
Jack?
that there was a sniper scuba diver. I swear to God.
Yes.
It's got
No,
to
but
be.
Sniper. It's
Well,
a lot.
last time we cross-examined Lotta, and it was tough, but we finally figured out a contradiction in her testimony. And we met an old man who runs the boat rental shop, but he thinks it's a noodle shop. And I think he's going to appear in court today.
Today this should be.
No, Saps is the...
No, not that.
I'm Karma.
Okay, right, yeah.
So probably...
It's me.
Okay.
Yeah, either Lunar...
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr.
Yeah,
Miles
I'd say it's either
Edwards.
Lunar...
The
I would
defense.
say either Lunar or me.
Yeah.
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 Lunar. The defense is
I'll
ready,
do it
Your
right
Honor.
now.
So I don't think I have any characters today. That's fine.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who's the judge here anyway?
Mr. Von de Karma, your opening statement.
Oh, he's mad.
Very well. No opening statements, so...
Objection. Not so fast, Judge.
Were you so slow?
I was him. I'm gonna punch you.
I know.
I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
Don't be patronizing me. A prediction.
Prediction!
Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
See, starting my clock, and
No, don't. This is cheating. This doesn't count.
let's see.
You can't stall time here.
Let's see. That's
Let's
gotta
just wait
continue
a
something.
minute for 3 minutes.
279, 278.
Stop being a coward, Phoenix.
Okay, so at 7:06.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah, must you question everything?
Yes.
It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I'll call my witness. My decisive witness is to stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner.
Oh,
There he is.
Witness, state your profession.
I am the proprietor
Prospector.
of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gold Lake. And servant boats. Yes.
The night of the incident, you were in a boat rental shop, right?
Yep, I was, and
Please testify.
testify.
okay, I
Wait
have
a
boats.
second. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy
Let it
is.
slide.
Hey!
Objection!
Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Ah,
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes from now.
Well, I'm asking his name.
Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
No.
yeah, right.
The witness will state his name.
Not really sure at the moment,
What do you mean?
He's toasted. He is sloshed. He is all of the above.
Maria.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can't testify.
Very well.
I'm glad you cooperated with me on this.
I mean, I really shouldn't, but let's hear his testimony, shall we, witness?
The night of the Moida.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, which actually makes the
Objection!
25th.
Don't worry
Please
about it.
don't yell at me. No, please. Okay. I was at the restaurant when I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep.
Don't look at the clock, don't look at the clock, don't look at the clock.
And when I looked out the window, saw a boat just like floating on the lake, and then I heard another bang. Yes, about then the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
Oh, the judge gonna
Objection.
cross-examine the witness? Okay, I'll take a break.
Haha, I called it! No. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination.
What's
this asshole?
What's the matter, Manny? You chicken? You afraid of a little cross-examination, are you?
Are you ready to pay for my salary if you use more time?
Bog.
He's
Besides,
scared.
there are only
He's
10
chicken.
seconds left before the 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now.
Yes.
No.
Mr. Wright?
I'm not cross-examine anything. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin.
Ah!
Oh,
Do you really think that would work, Von Karma?
Did Widow Von Karma get his feelings hurt?
Oh, no.
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Good line by the judge.
Oh, well, just take that. It's already passed. No worries. Don't worry. Be happy, baby. All
It
right.
was a night, it was actually after midnight, but I liked it before. No, you're yelling
Hold
at
it. Just after midnight, you say.
After midnight, we all shake your
Uh,
tambourine.
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I was told what time to tell you. It's awesome. I'm sleeping now. Oh, he's yelling.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Yep.
You see? Continue.
It was in the restaurant, in the boats, and
Hold it. Is there anyone who can verify that?
well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law. Oh, it is.
Mr. Wright? Exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly's a parrot.
Parrot.
Don't be so hard on the girl, keeps the boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Then heard a bang. Yeah.
Oh, that. And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake figure.
Are you certain?
Yup.
Okay, good. Continue.
Look out the windows, the boat. It's all floating. Buoyancy. Ah!
Oh, that. Was there someone in the boat, sir?
Two someones.
Oh, it was pretty far out there. Couldn't really see. It
How
was
far
hard.
out? It's pretty far out.
But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup.
Yeah, Gomez,
But
it's been more than 3 minutes.
You couldn't see them clearly.
Yup, at that time, that is.
At that
At
time.
the time. So, and he wouldn't have seen both of them afterwards because one of them was in the lake.
Yes.
So did he see both of them before? And why have we not heard about this?
Oh,
He probably rented them the boat, right?
So you
Yeah.
heard 2 gunshots total.
Yeah, he hasn't testified about renting them the boat. So did they just steal a boat from you? Yeah, people steal boats from me all the time.
Yeah, that sounds about in character.
Yeah, honestly, though.
Take my boat.
Yep.
Okay, 2 gunshots.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday.
It's about then, boat comes back. No holes, thankfully, it's pretty good. Huh?
Hold it! By your window.
Oh, windows. Yep, by the window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but right there in front of me, I saw him. He was there.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Ugh.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Remember the defendant, he was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Oh boy.
I was like, who? Ah!
And you were like, who, you say? Are you sure?
Yeah! I'm on a flambe.
Uh-oh. Dad!
Are you saying? Are you saying the witness is your father?
No, Your Honor. But yes, Your Honor.
I mean, we've never seen
boy.
each other.
Dead certain, Keith. Dead certain. He said, can't believe he's dead. He was just walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edwards?
It was him that entered.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see
That-
no room for doubt.
That Edgeworth boy.
Come on, Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
You were gonna cross-examine him anyway.
I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quick or this trial's going to be over.
Badge! Gun!
Present the bat. No,
Present the gun.
present the
Shot from
gun.
approximately 1 meter away. Steps, translation, 1 meter.
3 feet.
3 feet, yeah.
Thank you. that was jokes.
3 toesies.
This photo is not 3 feet away.
I mean, It's not.
It's approximately so.
I mean, it could be fudged.
What? What in
Shows an
large?
empty
What?
lake. Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait.
Right?
So this guy said he heard a gunshot after midnight, and then another gunshot after that.
Yes.
Empty lake taken at before midnight. Fired 3 times. I feel like this might be important.
But how important is it?
So that gun had to have been fired, or a gun at the very least had to have been fired
No, this gun. This gun
before midnight.
was fired thrice.
Oh yeah, so it had to have been that gun.
So this
Is
gun
it
fired.
already asking you for the evidence, or do you still have like a
Water's
timer?
ticking.
I'm just
Yeah.
going through my.
It tends to give you a hint when you get to this
Yeah.
part. Your Honor,
Yeah, I'm just going through the court record, trying to piece things together.
we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired the gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand on the gun?
Yeah?
And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly. No.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired.
Am I ready to pick it up again?
You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Hmm.
Well, he put it in his right hand and then wiped it with his left hand.
Yes.
No fingerprints.
It's the only explanation.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do?
Objection.
I should save.
Yeah, that sounds good. 17 minutes in, time for a save. Let's go.
What was the last time you said?
Objection, Your Honor. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie,
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
it's no good. There's nothing I can do.
But what if there is?
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
30 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. However, 15 minutes ain't bad. This must be on the record.
It's exactly 15 minutes from when he first said.
Oh, spooky.
He does have karma.
That's,
Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
bailiff.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant.
No.
This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
That's failure. That's failure talk.
This is the bad end.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
What? Actually?
No! Bad end!
Just
the accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned.
No.
Hold it!
Oh my god! Who says wait? Who is it? Who is it?
Who was that just now?
Could it be Jay? Huh?
meet Larry.
Larry!
Oh, my
Larry.
God, guys, hi!
Wait!
What the hell are we doing, man?
Larry, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was,
How did you get in here?
Don't worry about it.
how'd you
No,
get
who
in
let
here?
this man in?
I was there, in the park, the night of the murder. But I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it, it's fine.
Larry, you dumbass. Remembered what?
The gunshot,
What?
I heard it too.
Oh my god.
He was in the gallery and leapt down.
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma.
Hold your horses.
So, you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony.
He was totally in the gallery.
Then I realized something that he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer.
Oh, Larry.
It's just not right, man. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Yeah, Larry, yeah.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
Larry, yeah.
Order! Order! Well, this is a first time. The first time something has happened like this in my court.
It won't be your last.
I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you're ordered to give your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. How?
Mr. Edwards was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You just read my mind. You're right. Okay.
Oh, you're right. I think it can't get worse. I have nothing to lose.
If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Yes, it can.
Oh.
No!
Allow me to speak my opinion.
I don't like that.
In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
Thank you, Judge.
What
I could
is
kiss
this?
you.
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify.
Pulling rank on Von Karma. Love it.
Now!
What?
Yeah.
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Yeah, Judge, yeah.
Nani?
Hi, I'm Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry.
That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
Sorry to keep you on the edge of your worth like that edge seat. I've seen worse.
Yeah,
done
right.
worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Did he also steal the boats?
Oh, right.
Probably.
And he found the balloon that the air tank and the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something right.
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
I'm dissociating. It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's been something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh.
Guns are cool.
When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right?
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now.
That fact is very important for Phoenix.
Yes. I'm doing great, please.
I'm a lawyer.
I studied for this.
I went to law school.
Court is now back in session. Witness? Please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th, I mean 25th, because it was after midnight.
Right, man. Leave it to me.
The 24th going on 25th.
Yes.
Please, Larry, don't mess this up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That'll be fine. It'll be fine.
The night of the Moida.
The night I was out in the boat in the lake, and I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. It was awesome. Then I was thinking about going home, and then there was this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
I'm a little scared.
I'm a little nervous.
I wish I was using tilt controls.
I am tilt control.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Cross-examination.
Oh, on a boat in the lake.
Hold it.
I was out in the boat, and it was awesome.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin.
Ah.
Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited there until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Phoenix, you know that.
For the court.
I was looking for something and I found it. Don't make me say
Oh,
it.
that-
Don't make me say it.
Looking for something.
No. Yeah,
Mr. Butts, what was it that you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely it was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in the hole.
Around what time was that?
Oh, well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. So I guess it was around midnight. Yeah,
Okay.
You're not sure?
it was dark out and I was like, hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? Also, it was dark out.
People use watches these days, Larry.
I
You
think
probably
it's
can't
12
look at a
o'clock.
watch if it's too dark.
But, okay. Let
You
me
can't
rephrase
use a
Phoenix's
sundial.
I'm gonna rephrase Phoenix's status to be more relevant to the current day. Everyone has a phone on them these days, Larry.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
If you had a Casio watch, you could press the button to make the backlight turn on.
It's all green and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But this game was written in like 1990 something.
Or
Maybe not 90s. It was
like
video,
2000
wasn't
something. It
it?
was 2000 something.
2000 something.
Or if you had a statue of the Thinker, you could touch its head and it would tell you something.
Yeah.
Is that why
Yeah,
they did it?
yeah, he just brings the thinker with him everywhere.
Now we're thinking like Larry. This is good.
One of me. One of me.
You heard a bang.
All that. Where did the sound come from?
Well, yeah, I wasn't so sure about that, so... I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Ah, scary. Oh, no, I did look out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat.
You did look.
Bam! Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa, man. Everybody just calm down, okay? Well, I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
I
Don't
can
put
tell
this-
you one thing. I did see a rake.
Oh, good.
Was it in the lake?
Rake in the lake.
Phoenix with the strangling hands.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home because scary.
Forgot to press.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
Okay, I forgot to press that last statement.
I was looking up the thing and I quietly took the book back. No one asked me if I stole it or not. I heard a bang and I was like, shit, I'm out of here.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So, you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Eh.
And then it's the same.
I'm back to thinking thoughts, Maya. I don't like it.
Alright, where
I don't like thinking.
Nope,
even
it's bad.
start?
Well, maybe present evidence? On...
And Miss Missile.
Me too.
Yeah.
Bring
Why
We
this
did
could have had a
Metal
dog
detector.
with us.
Yeah.
All the answers.
Lotta's deposition. 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight.
Okay.
That probably might be up to the last one.
There is that blank photo that was shot before midnight.
I can't look at it. I
Yeah,
guess it would.
Yeah,
Should
but
be
imagine just the same photo without the boat.
I'm gonna try Lotta's deposition, which says there were 2 gunshots. To him saying there was 1.
It was a bang, and I ran. I was like, nope.
2 sounds like gunshots just after. You heard 1.
Objection.
Wah.
Wait a second, Larry.
Wah.
You only heard 1 bang, you're sure?
That's what I said, man. Why are you screaming at me?
But Miss Lotta Hard testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please, like, okay, I was reading a book.
Hmm?
Can you imagine 2 of like your closest friends, like maybe not close, but like 2 of your good friends, both being lawyers, and you are Larry Butts, magnet of chaos.
Hi, I'm Larry. You know, something's bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here, and
No, Larry.
No.
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 so you gotta treat me nice
Larry.
and stuff, okay? Come on.
No.
You're hurting my eyelac, man.
Oh my god.
No!
Mr. Butts? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure?
Yeah, it was a one and gone situation.
Larry.
Or, well, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
This is hurting me.
I'm not sure. How could you not be sure?
I might have missed the other gunshot. I was like, ah! I was listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
This is new information.
God damn it, Larry. Order! Order! And stop that booing!
I'll have a pan-fried noodle.
Mr. Butts! You are listening to the radio with your headphones?
You're a weird one, Mr. Butts.
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, what's your opinion?
Damn. Dramatic. You dramatic, sir.
Pain.
I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Nah, he's done. We
Yeah.
don't get anything else from him.
Your Honor. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. It's all I have left.
Ah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony, but please be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Okay, leave it to me.
All he hears is Radio Gaga.
I wouldn't be there. Were there any other way out of this? Believe me.
Oh, I wouldn't.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this.
Sorry, I fumbled that line.
No worries. What Larry Hoyd?
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve, man.
Larry.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. See? I was listening to a real booming loud, like but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. It was a bang, and I was listening to the bam bam and the bam bam bang bang, and it was out of tune. So I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
Oh, yeah?
It was bouncy bang bang.
You are listening to your radio at high volume.
Yeah, what's the problem, man? You're getting on my steez. Can't a guy just listen to his radio in peace? Is this a free country?
Maybe if you didn't get on our steez first. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection! Wait, Your Honor.
No, wait, stop, don't.
The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. You know, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Don't DJs use a lot of sound effects when doing stuff? So what if the guy...
Depends on the DJ.
Not all.
Right. But they could use a gunshot as a sound effect.
Listen to the bang.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
And sometimes they have like a funny catchphrase, like help me out here. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
You're listening to 69.217, the Baba Booey.
No, I hate that.
Nice. Oh, tell us about how alone you were.
So, you turned on the radio?
Right. I just wanted to hear someone else's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. All alone.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Were you alone, Phoenix?
Objection. No. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio, and that's all we need to know.
If we know, we can check with the records to see the time and...
Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
Booming.
Oh, it's all like boom, boom, loud and I screaming.
Objection. Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
I guess.
And you had headphones on.
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard the...
Hold it. Can you prove it? No, of course you can't.
No, I can't exactly prove it, but I remember that moment really clear. I mean, like, I was talking about it, and it came back real clear to me, you know? It's all like a bang, and boom, bam.
What was the DJ saying?
Larry, why are you such a good Larry?
What'd you say?
You know why.
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good would knowing what the DJ said to us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
You
Maybe
don't
shouldn't.
care. You should care.
We should care.
We should care, Your Honor. We should care! Of course we should!
Why?
Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh?
Fine, very well.
Oh,
Mr. Watts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Well, just when he said, "Hey, it was almost Christmas," I heard a gunshot. Like, oh shit, they shot Santa.
No.
Like, damn, man.
It's almost
Almost.
Christmas.
It's almost
Hold
Christmas.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. You shut up, Phoenix.
Phoenix, you nincompoop.
Phoenix. Phoenix, you idiot.
Phoenix.
This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard.
Fen.
But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
Yeah, when you catch up to us.
Slowly being alone. Oh, I'm listening to the radio. I was listening to a real woman now, but sure, I heard the gunshot. Remember what the TJ said? It was all like, hey, it's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Which one do you present here, though? Do you present?
Because like
The one that shows
This
him
is
being
it.
shot is after Christmas.
this empty lake photo is what Larry heard.
But that wouldn't contradict what he heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe present the 12:15 photo.
Two sounds
that a contradiction?
just two gunshots after midnight. And he heard
Okay,
one
yeah.
before midnight.
And then the DJ's clock was slow. Shit, dude.
Wait, first.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. But we have lives. They come back.
They get by.
Yeah, but
We're not bad.
nice.
Hey.
It's time.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
No, what's with the face? You look scary, dude. I'm twitching. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. I am ready.
Is there something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor. Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
There it is.
There's the
that's
line.
the line.
There it is. Do you realize what this means?
Every December 24th, I see that everywhere on
Yeah.
Tumblr and Twitter and
It is
Facebook.
the best.
That's the line.
When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve!
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies that we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots.
Mhm.
In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas! This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean?
Ooh, I just realized something, but I might be getting ahead of things, so I won't say it out loud.
The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer's simple.
The witness is an idiot.
The current witness is plainly an idiot.
Alright.
Just look at him. Idiots.
Hey, who you way?
You didn't enough.
Well, Mr. Wright,
I said it with my eyes.
What do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I think he's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. Bam! He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence there for this claim.
You bet your sweet ass I do.
Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Easy.
Oh,
Take
fuck.
that.
Look
Look at this photograph.
Yeah.
This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there is nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Like choo-choo trains.
Now drop a train on him, Phoenix. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why the photograph was taken. In other words, bam. When Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case.
That was the sound of the judge's train of thought as he
it's
slowly
magic.
gets it.
Like,
Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at
Dumb
all,
as
Your
rocks.
Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Question. Why are there not 3 photographs?
Maybe the last ones were too close together.
Maybe,
Or maybe-
there's like a cooldown on the camera.
Or maybe she has to reload it.
Oh yeah, because
That's
when we set up the party
used all her
poppers and the
film.
sneeze, it used all the film.
and we had to
And
pay for
that-
it.
And that kind of makes sense if, like, if she has it set to use the whole roll of film in case something's moving, and so you can just get like whatever it's called, like
Ton
a
of
shotgun
photos
blast.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A flip book.
Yeah.
Okay. So if she came and refilled it at about midnight, it's like, oh, there was a photo here. Oh, there's nothing in these photos. I'll just reset it.
Yeah,
And then later
makes
she
sense.
came back and was like, oh, there was more photos. Oh, there's a guy getting shot. Huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
It's a murder
Don't
flip
be
book.
fooled,
Well, it's
Judge.
not Gordy. Throws it in the trash.
That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why? The witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
I envy
Well, Mr. Wright? There's no turning back now.
The gun was fired 3 times. God
Can
damn it.
you,
Thank
can
you,
you
Jane.
prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Gee, I wonder what it is.
surely I've got some.
Oh, look at this. Fired 3 times, bitches.
This is my evidence. Pointed among.
Bang!
The murder weapon?
You'll get what you fucking deserve!
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen on the night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Well, that's what we're gonna figure out together as a team.
Fuck you!
Oh no. Uh-oh, I better think of
Teacher,
something quick.
Manny isn't contributing to the group project.
You're not contributing to the project.
That one got
I
you.
am too!
He's lying.
We were gonna get the project done in 3 minutes!
Wait a second.
That's not enough time to do the right research.
I like
Got-
the sentence.
Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Oh, I think he's
Maya,
getting to the point that I thought of earlier but didn't say.
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
No.
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
I'm invincible. I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah.
No, okay, I should say it because it seems like that's where we're going. I suspect that the first gunshot, the one before midnight, was the actual murder.
Yes.
And then for somehow, the 2 that happened after midnight, one was to get the attention of possible witnesses, and the second was so that they would see a gunshot on the lake.
Was it just their good fortune that Lotta was here?
Probably.
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, alright?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realize the truth.
Yeah, but you seem to be lagging behind.
Mr. Idiot Face.
There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
We should call you Wrong Karma.
Ooh.
Funny coming from Phoenix wrong.
No. It's not my name.
I know you are, but what am I?
That's not my name.
Listen, rookie.
Both of you settle down or you're both getting detention.
He's hogging the
The law
computer.
doesn't apply to me. Take a deep breath and consider the facts.
Manny was a difficult child.
At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The Defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat.
Delicious.
There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide.
I'm not saying it's suicide anymore. But,
Well,
okay. So you're saying there was one gunshot at the time of the murder? Is that what you're saying?
you know what I mean! The guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
Like, if he died in one shot, why was there a second shot at the same time?
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
You know, we don't know that that Hammond was on the boat.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
I'm a little agitated, but I'm okay.
Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Oh, they're pushing us ahead. Okay, so hang on. The murderer and Hammond. So they're saying this is the moment Hammond got murdered, whoever the murderer was. Edgeworth and the murderer, which suggests Hammond was killed beforehand, or Edgeworth and Hammond, which says that.
These are as we assume.
Yeah, that. So it has to be this one. If we're claiming that Hammond was killed when the lake was empty, then this has to be the real murderer, and we know Edgeworth was on the boat.
Yeah.
Because
He knocked out in the back.
Well,
He's admitted it.
yeah, he said that he was on the boat. The old man testified that Edgeworth got off the boat. And, like, we don't know how much we can believe him, but the court believes him, so we kind of have to roll with that. So
Yeah, I
this-
agree with the second option.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. He assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met with Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night.
Fine, keep your secrets.
However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
That face is all of us.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright? Tell us the name of the murderer then.
Oh,
I don't know.
the murderer's name? Right, it's...
But it's Miles Edgeworth. Lotta Hart. No, we're not gonna do
Lotta
that.
Hart to
Poor
sniper.
Lotta. She's the
Lotta. Lotta.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time.
Sit down, son. I don't know because he never told us.
There's no chance. Fuck.
The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man.
I love like the look Von Carmen just gave us like, oh, oh
shit.
dear.
At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
Not on a boat? Lonely Island and Ice-T are not pleased.
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Yeah, it couldn't possibly... No, Galaxy, it could not possibly have been the shady Noodle restaurant order. I mean, probably in the shack, right?
I
Nah,
suppose so.
it wasn't Lotta's car.
We killed it. Oh man. So Lotta did it after all. Lotta
Yeah.
is the caretaker.
Have we ever seen them in the same room at the same time?
Mm-mm.
It was
Something
Larry.
Something fishy going on.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it was, Post the
Take
shack.
That
that.
makes sense.
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have any proof that the boat shop was at the scene of the crime?
Get gumshoe on it.
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
Aw. He's just going around like a Pokemon NPC.
That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
Checks out.
The boat shop.
Jay, we have a voice request in the chat. He's eating, apparently.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Story time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna have to make a comic book.
Yes.
Evidence behind.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really.
Great.
But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Make sure you don't use
Bailiff, bring in the corkboard and twine.
That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop.
Oh!
This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired.
The culprit is you, old man, the ultimate boat shop caretaker. But then he reveals that he's actually the ultimate noodle man.
Oh. The ultimate weird noodle. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond, just like that.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
He was trying to shoot Gordy.
Oh shit, dude.
Details.
Know
Well, I
this,
guess-
Mr. Wright.
This is where my prediction from earlier comes in.
The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Why am I egging you
Can I
on?
get a witness?
I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
Sorry if that was loud.
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone from looking at the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That was just a really nice coincidence for him. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop.
He's a good swimmer.
Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake.
And a good
thrower.
Yeah.
This is what happened, Your Honor.
He's a regular Olympian, Your Honor.
You know, run of the mill.
These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
I forget what like all the athlons are. Because there's like triathlon, biathlon, pentathlon, decathlon. There's just so many.
Too many.
I
Many
did track and,
athlons.
yeah, I did track and field, and I cannot keep them straight even now.
Bailiff.
I don't know if there are any that involve both swimming and throwing. I know triathlon has swimming and deck has throwing, but
Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker,
that's why he rents out his boats. He no longer needs them.
I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth,
Truth's a big dude.
you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Yeah, that's a saps.
Your Honor, sir.
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He's not the boat shop either.
What?
What?
What? Should I do?
Nani?
Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away.
Did they just release witnesses from custody after they're done testifying?
I'm gonna guess he ran out.
Maybe. Could have.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
This is very suspicious.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that vault shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial.
Yeah.
I want him, and I want to know who he is.
Karma is pissed.
Good.
Very well. Court is adjourned.
Fuck you, Von Karma. Middle fingers on the way out. Bye.
Fuck you, Phoenix!
I just pictured them both having a middle finger contest, like,
Oh yeah? Well, do you know what I have? A pointed head!
Ah.
Yay, Nick! You did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
I have these feelings. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. Memory of a murder. Coming to paperback bookstores near you.
What could this mean? To be continued? No! Oh, but we don't have to
Okay,
stop.
we're then gonna end the stream. Good night, guys.
Yeah, bye
Yeah.
everyone.
Good
See you
stream-
tomorrow
good
for
stream.
variety.
We'll never know what happened.
Oh yeah, this was the last episode. We don't have time for more Aces Only episodes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Low key? Solaris? December 27th. So, okay, yeah, we're still on day 2 of the trial. Day 3 of the case. It is
Good
confusing that,
Christmas
like,
Day.
day 1 of investigation is like day 0 of the
Trial.
of the trial, yeah. Okay, Wright and Co. Oh, sad music.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
Moida.
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Mordor.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
Memory of Mordor.
No. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never!
Nick?
Yeah. Ah!
I like shorts. They're comfy, easy to wear. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on! Tell me the truth. It was love at first sight, right? How old are you?
But no.
Right, Nick?
No.
Love me.
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you can do better than that, man. Come on, I save Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me, yeah! Bow before your hero.
I mean, he's right. He did save us.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be so smug about it. Larry, you really helped us out in trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But, seriously,
Huh?
that boat caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, I mean. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
I am the mood. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know, and feel like jump ship. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Why would you even say that? Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us two?
No, Maya
Not just
and
your buddy
Edgeworth.
Larry?
No, Maya and Edgeworth, not you, Larry.
But
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Much to Wonder's disdays.
yeah. Nah, he means me. Look at me, I'm ready to go.
Edgeworth and Gumshoe.
Yeah.
You can nary go against Larry. Come on.
But I also trust in Maya. Come on.
Oh,
Not
you made her
me.
sad.
Why would you say that, Phoenix?
But why you, Larry?
Maya will remember that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment.
Nick's having a flashback.
Nick,
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he has changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know it back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates?
Yes. In grade school.
New music.
They saved me, Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it.
Was
That's
he gonna be
why
a
I
prosecutor?
That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Oh, it was a sale at Costco's. He wanted this cool jacket. And, no. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot.
Of course.
Larry.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there.
Backstory?
It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
Excuse
Oh, I've seen what happens here.
There's this bear.
Class trial?
Deadly
Ding
defense,
dong,
deadly
bing
faith.
bong.
Ding dong.
Do ding 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 bing ding ding boom bing bing ding 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 ding.
My God.
You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held the classroom trial with me as the defendant.
Oh, baby.
Oh, his hair.
I didn't do it!
Guilty! Guilty! Yes, come on, guys. Come on, guys, join in. Ah,
No!
Just admit you did it!
Don't borrow
Yeah,
my
no borrowing my race.
You should be allowed in the relay race!
Library committee.
Jay.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. I'm the professor.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Yeah?
Oh, go over and apologize, Phoenix.
that shirt.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it.
Oh, God. No. That teacher's
Oh,
name.
no.
Wendy Oldman.
Wow. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection!
Ah.
Wait, is this me or Jay?
Yeah, it's you. It's you. It's you.
You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. This is a terrible voice. Anything
Full
else
monomy.
anything else has no place. Oh, I sound like an old woman. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. I'm trying to do a little boy voice. I just said, goodness.
Oh my god.
Aw.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? There we go.
No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. Jay.
Miles, it was your money that was stolen. We just get on this and get back to class. What do you care?
And that's Jay.
Jay.
Oh, why don't you just shut up, bitch?
Alright.
What's he
I hate
wearing?
that
Is that like a
picture.
tank top?
This is how it is. Everyone's ganging up and picking on one person. I just think how he feels, man. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself just to get this over with, God. The class trial is over. Put the desk back.
That's how it happened.
The teacher
Alright.
stole the money.
You should have done the Monokuma voice for the teacher.
Ah, damn.
Ah, shit.
That's it. Well, lost opportunity. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I'd forgotten. I was just like, nah, I didn't do it.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took that day off of school, because otherwise I'd have stole the money. Oh, I mean, if I'd been there, I thought I'd done it. Not that I would do that. So, I took it kind of personally, see, and
You
I
stole
got
that
mad.
money, you bitch.
When something smells, it's usually the buds.
What was the line in Japanese?
I don't know. Depends on what his real name was. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked about after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. Father will hear about this. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. Whoa. He got right out of Dodge, you see.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had something to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts.
Not
The
losing
article.
his job.
The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Ooh, Gomez. Ace Attorney Wiki, Yahari, which means I knew it of course, and Masashi, his given name, comes from with certainty. Characters in the Japanese version will say that when something happens, of course it's Yahari.
Oh, I get it. Kinda.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
But why? What happened? I mean, that's something edgy I didn't used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
What?
So you're telling me you went to law school for a boy?
Yeah, a little bit. That's absolutely what I did, Maya. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. Wow. There were easier ways in court. You seem disappointed. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick! When'd you get here? So, is that why you helped me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you.
And also I knew you couldn't pay.
Except I don't remember saying I do it for free.
Nick!
Nick?
Yeah?
We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
Oh no, this is the last thing I'll ever do.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker.
Yeah.
We need to find out who or what he is.
What? You mean, you think he's an alien?
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need.
What? Did you just throw evidence in the trash?
Okay, let's go.
Wait,
Don't need that anymore.
wait, DL6, I got the badge. What did he get rid of? Lotta's
Is it the
testimony.
stuff? Is it the stuff that explains what Gordy is? Probably.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
guess. So, like, the really important stuff and everything related to DL6. Charlie.
Mia's favorite plant. Name's Charlie. Maya's gotten the hang of watering it. You can look it up.
I don't think
Detention
that's
center.
changed in the past several
No, it hasn't.
chapters.
Please, Edgeworth, please pay us.
A visit.
You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one that really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Maya.
Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You
Ah,
haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even.
wow. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth.
Oh. Your words wound me. Perhaps. Alright, let's talk to our boy. Why prosecute?
Hey, Edgeworth, why'd you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. What are you doing, baby? She's just scratching herself. Could you hear like a jingling? Oh,
No,
no.
but
No.
that would be Robert Hammond.
On that day 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I'd lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory.
The murderer's name was Yami Yugi.
Whoa.
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job. To find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding.
Excuse me, just one second.
Yep.
Present the badge.
Boy, Edgeworth, you moody, dude.
I'm sad.
I just had to let the cat out. She was like rubbing up against my door to be let out. Okay, should we present something?
When in doubt,
Sorry.
the badge.
I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Fair enough.
What? That was
Thanks.
my only answer.
Here, look at this photograph. No, I'm not gonna just.
Look at this photograph of the
Very
traumatic
bad.
experiment of your...
Hey, does this mean anything
experiment
to you? Can you talk
experience.
about this?
Yeah,
very
look
nice
at this
photo.
photograph of your dead father.
Okay,
Does this
let's-
photo make you laugh? No? Okay.
Yeah, but kind of like Wright from Death Note, kind of laughing.
No.
Alright, let's just go somewhere else. Hey!
Oh, hey, pal, long time no sees.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe!
A close one today. I got so waked up I snapped my tie in half.
That's pretty
I used a lot of starch to get off my case.
Ooh, sorry about
Let's start.
Sorry about that.
No problems, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. We just gotta find him.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial times tomorrow. Come what may. But not actually may, because that would take me a long time to get there. You know. But anyway, it's my duty as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Fiction.
Come shoot
Bye,
away!
Gumshoe.
And we never saw or heard from him again.
Damn. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, there he is.
Ah!
Oh, and one more thing. Yeah.
One more thing.
No one can go into the woods today. There's a hippogriff on the floor and he's bleeding and we don't know what to do.
Oh.
God.
Whoa, whoa.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping?
Why is there a hippogriff on the floor?
The
Bleeding.
woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the guy wants to drink the blood of the hippogriff, but the park ranger is out. He got pretty mad.
That's the
no one can go in
unicorn.
there for a while.
That's the unicorn.
Yeah, I know,
Oh.
but hippogriff is more fun to say in this voice.
What?
Oh my god. Everyone ruins the joke.
I mean, we still understood what he was referencing, so...
Is he referencing Harry Potter?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because I still didn't get it until it was
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
It's quiet.
Alright.
I don't buy music.
See you then, dude.
I'll
No
take the piano
more.
with me. I'm sorry. I need this. It's a Casio keyboard to match my Casio watch.
What?
Don't worry
Huh?
about it.
No,
The
I'm
steel
very
eyesore. The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. Didn't you not like it?
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up to work.
Very well.
And
Anything
there's
to
nobody out
examine?
today.
Guess Larry has today off.
He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth.
True, we owe him big.
Alright. I guess. Let's go to the boat rental shop. This seems important.
Just a little bit.
We back.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Who?
Oh!
I know that clearing of the throat anywhere.
What are you doing here?
What the hell are
Mister?
you doing here?
I forgot you were in this chapter. What are you doing here?
What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. You see?
No.
Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing.
This is the perfect time for idle reminiscing.
No, it's not. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
Oh. That is true, yes. But from what I saw in today's trial, Edward should be fine, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure.
That doesn't explain much, does it?
No.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
I feel like he's really warmed up. I feel like he's really warmed up to us.
Yeah.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? What
Even
was
if
he
it's
doing here?
Even if it's supposed to be like Grossberg, it's everyone calls him Grossberg. I'm sure. Of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like everyone in universe. Oh, it's pronounced Grossberg.
What,
No
Jay?
thanks. I'm gonna keep calling him that.
I think I know what the rest of my night's gonna be like, but I'm gonna wait to see if that happens.
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Mm,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Nobody's home.
It's not true.
Jay,
Hello! Hello!
Hey, it's Polly.
Dun, 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 dun.
I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello! Hello!
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello! Hello!
well. Okay then.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick?
Yes, please.
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay.
Get that parrot into custody.
Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me.
7 days!
Let's look at the.
Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
Oh yes, the heater on this traditional American tonkatsu. Wait. Okay.
Kotatsu.
Oh. Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
you can definitely press that.
True. What's wrong?
Uh-huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh, Maya.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
Reasonable.
Okay. Nick, Art.
Oh, that fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
I was just
Yes.
thinking that.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not. This is how we cheat the system and get 2 of the things.
Yeah.
Say, Nick. Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right?
Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you?
The one on the bottom left's kind of big. The one on the bottom right is definitely an anglerfish.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. And we
Oh,
did
right.
see him.
Why do I feel like we're having 2 different conversations here?
It doesn't look like he used this kitchen this much. Or
You're
that
right.
much. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What, you thought he was telling the truth?
What would the safe?
Thought or wanted?
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1288!
1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I tried, Master.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aww. But hey,
Why is that the part?
he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I want to steal.
I want to
I'm-
steal.
I'm not so sure, Maya.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or 2.
I'm not going to defend you if I see you commit a crime.
It's just full of pasta.
The only thing in here is a letter.
It's
A
Mama's
letter?
spaghetti recipe.
Aw, boring.
2 cans of San Marzano tomatoes.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clean letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Edgeworth!
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. Oh. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the details of the murder and the murder plot. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
Take it to a handwriting analyst.
What do you think it means, Nick?
Shut up.
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter?
Phoenix, I need you to take this letter and immediately take it to the precinct. just do this for me. Your
Okay,
friend,
I can
the
take.
pla- the-
I
the
can promise
player.
you that. Actually, I can promise I'll do that.
And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Or, you know what? Stay here to watch over things. Put it back in the safe. Send Maya to get someone to come over here, and then do the exact thing where it's like, "Hey, Polly, what's the number to the safe?" Ha ha ha. Oh, maybe we should.
Well, okay.
I'm trying to think, because I'm wondering if this would be admissible as evidence if we just took it from his house. But I guess since this man is a suspect, it wouldn't really matter. Like, I'm just thinking, like, if, in terms of, like, what would be allowed in court, if the cops came in and searched the place high and low. Yeah, it's Ace Attorney, there are no rules.
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
That would require Phoenix to display foresight and common sense. A clue. It's a clue.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this letter.
A clue.
I'm gonna go interrogate somebody with it.
I'm going to...
Whoever I think did it.
Oh my god. Phoenix! Idiot.
There's nothing left in the safe.
I feel like he's done that more than once already.
He's done it twice before.
Once with,
I wonder why.
with what, what's her name from the Steel Samurai trial?
Vasquez.
Yeah.
D. Vasquez. And what was the other time?
Red, blue.
Wait.
Red, white. That's, yeah.
Oh yeah. I wonder why the caretaker had that letter.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial.
Gee, I wonder why the caretaker would have this letter describing a murder plot.
Why indeed?
Weird.
Guess we'll never know.
Chief, I have a present for you.
Now don't get mad.
Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet.
Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was a guy he had to arrest by tomorrow.
The boat shop caretaker.
He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing they do, pal.
Good luck, Gumshoe.
He's gonna need it.
Well, is there anything else going on here?
That.
This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen.
What? That's not possible. The world ended yesterday?
He must be reading predictions for the future on someone's homepage.
Not
I guess-
yesterday.
That's yesterday's news.
Aha!
I guess maybe present the letter to.
I guess it's the only friend we have.
Larry exists.
The
Yeah, but
only friend we
what
have.
would Larry do?
Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives.
I see. You haven't given this revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant? You got declared guilty or something?
Nice.
Yeah.
But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then.
What if it's the actual kid who stole the money?
I don't think that kid was ever caught though.
Oh.
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men. Pardon me. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident.
Wait. That old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi? Yogi Bear?
Yogi Berra of the Detroit Tigers.
Whoa.
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent.
Wow.
You know, if he was a better murderer, he would have been a better murderer.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get that, but it makes me happy. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time.
Yes.
We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago.
Whoa. Shake a screen.
An earthquake.
The quake
right.
was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. That's Jay.
Yeah, let's have that be Jay.
Help! Please, I can't breathe.
Quiet.
Oh, yeah,
I said
that's
quiet. You're not making it any easier.
I want to get out. Help! Get us out!
Don't shout. You just use some more oxygen.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Excuse me, I'm trying to do a read here.
Not allowed.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah?
There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I've committed.
Wait, this is a flashback, but it's not the
Yes.
sepia?
Strange.
A
A crime
memory.
you committed?
A memory of a murder. Murder.
Mierda!
Murder. No.
Judas!
God damn it.
I think the time has come to tell all.
Yeah, tell us everything.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's made sleepovers awkward, if you know what I mean. It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. This again.
Flashback!
Flashback to
Okay,
a flashback.
I can't do it.
I said quiet, you're not making this an easier.
I want to breathe. I want to be on
Seriously?
Shout!
Did we need to do this?
The 830 has had a bad habit of doing this.
Oh, it's more.
It's
I
more the
can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
Ow! What are you?
Stop breathing my air.
No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father, you bitch!
That's not how you use a gun.
Throw it.
Gosh.
Wow.
Roar. Rawr.
They had brought a lion into custody earlier that day. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
No. But that's just a dream, right? Right?
Yeah.
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth. You mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
Rip, dude.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know.
Stop him.
I don't think there is anything we can do. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, then maybe...
There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Who could she mean?
It's that boy.
This
What
bitch.
is it?
Oh, him. Oh, thank God.
What did you think?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
Did you
Mr.
think it was?
Grossberg!
Did you think it was Old Bag?
No.
Did you think it was Von Karma?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Who?
It's
yeah.
Edgeworth. Edgeworth's dad.
I guess he's not gonna tell us.
Ah, hello there. You was wrong. You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what happened.
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... It sounded more
Then
like
she
a laugh than a
sobbed for
sob.
5 hours straight. I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he was shot by his own father. That he shot his own father.
No, quite the opposite. It's only a dream. Only a dream.
You don't look like you think it's a dream. I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you look so troubled? Why do you two look so troubled?
Well,
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edwards. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edwards' dream was not a dream. It was real,
Yeah, that's what we're worried about.
as you imagined.
Aren't I clever?
Miles Edwards threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. But he doesn't need to know.
But he does.
no. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edwards. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
All right. Tell me about Greg.
what do you know about Edward's father?
Father.
Father.
Hello,
He was a
father.
defense attorney.
Hello, mother.
It appeared. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
Me, a Fae. You, a Wright.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence is nothing to him. The result? He has a perfectly written record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
This beautiful
Oh, that's
woman.
nice.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called in a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
That's sad.
Oh, I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
Okay, let's show this guy
I
some
dislike your
evidence.
possibility. I'd like a new one.
Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter.
To the letter.
When he killed Hammond.
Never harms.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter.
Oh?
I've seen this handwriting
Oh?
before. A
Oh,
long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Miles Edgeworth!
It must be Edgeworth. He
Yeah, it
plotted
was
his
Edgeworth.
his own demise.
Yes, he's so you feel so guilty about what he did.
Wow, that's sad. That's really sad.
Do you want me to say
Edgeworth did
Edgeworth?
this. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think this is kind of.
Miles Edgeworth.
What? Why in heavens would he write something like this? Why, this letter is an attempt to destroy Miles. Think before you speak, Greenhorn.
Yeah, but I can't take damage outside of court, you see.
That's
But
right.
you can take physical, bam!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Why do all of Sap's characters want to punch people?
Well, I can't hurt you emotionally, so this is what I can do.
That's not better. God. I'm gonna be Manfred von Karma then.
I'll make you bleed.
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Mostly just because we hate him.
Yeah.
Huh? Von Karma. Von Karma. Well, wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure.
Oh my god.
Here's the dick.
I used to see it all the time on the court records.
What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself.
Ooh. What does that mean then? This mean? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Tell me more.
Why?
No, I'm done for today.
Oh no.
Make your heart swoon.
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh, he's gonna use that as a motive to say, oh, Edgeworth accidentally killed his own father, and this guy's gonna come forward with the truth, so you have to quiet him. That's why Edgeworth killed the dude.
No!
But how could Von Karma know that Mr. Edgeworth, or know about Mr. Edgeworth's past?
I agree!
Mr. Edgeworth thought that it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet, I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago!
Oh my god.
Von Karma met... let's not do it that way. Met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Well, let's hear about that then.
Scar me.
No, I'm not into that kind of player.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Only with Red White.
Oh my god. You are lovers!
Yes, I can finally admit it now.
Oh, great.
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the
I'm
trial.
proud of you. I mean, he's terrible for you, but I am proud of you.
But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma had ever received in his career as a prosecutor.
Wow.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
I think someone's been save scumming.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations?
I mean, if his schedule is like yours, Phoenix, he doesn't need them.
Wow.
Hey.
Messed up.
Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
Maya, he's German.
He's from Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case,
He hasn't seen his child in 20 years. Almost.
that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
odd if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick?
You purge.
Von Karma is going to bring up deal 6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to deal 6?
Gomez, no.
I won't let him!
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know?
No, it's not. It's manslaughter.
It's different. I know
Which somehow sounds worse.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
I mean,
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright? If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might find something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
Yeah.
I understand. The police materials, Okay, that's helpful.
Oh, we can look at this.
Oh.
Deal 6 summary. Okay, it was December 28th, 2001. Elevator at the district courthouse. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of innocent. No clues found on the scene. Not even the gun. Wait, not even the gun? No clues found on the scene.
Interesting.
No gun found.
Victim, Gregory Edgeworth, 35. Defense attorney, trapped in the elevator, returning with son, Miles, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Where's the second bullet?
Don't worry about it, it will be brought up at the very last
It's
second,
not
just like the third shot.
important.
Suspect,
Yeah, not important at all.
Suspect Yanni
Yeah.
Yogi, 37. Court bailiff, trapped in the elevator with Edgeworth's. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh shit.
I can rip!
Oh no.
Hi, Polly. Does Polly want the cracker?
Oh.
Probably not, she's dead.
But what about Polly?
What about the other Polly? The Polly that's alive probably wants a cracker.
Give her a cracker. Good bird.
She deserves it.
Wait, do I present anything to him or should I go?
I think you should go
this-
to...
Hmm.
1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Oh, I think he just says that because Larry left.
Oh, yeah.
Progress happened.
Here we go. Here we go. Criminal affairs.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Ah! Oh, no.
It's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. I said it before, but I'll say it again! I said it again.
Yep.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real.
He's a detective, not a construction worker.
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again?
Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway.
Oh?
You can go in as long as he's there.
Gulp! No thanks.
Karma?
Yeah, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room?
Nick, let's hurry!
You're right. Now's my chance.
To go punch him.
Oh, I'm gonna give Von Karma such a piece of my mind right now.
I'm gonna
That's
take
a
this
bad
letter I
idea.
found. I'm gonna take this letter I found and shove it right into his face.
Von Karma, look at this. Do you recognize this letter?
Oh,
Gone.
that end.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. Mm-hmm.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma.
Booty cool.
Examination.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
That's such a weird word. It's because it's spelled like drawers. Drawers.
Yeah.
Drawer.
Don't think about it.
Drawer.
Drawers. Is it like someone who draws? Are,
You draw it out.
Lunar, are you a
Draw it
drawer? Are you
That
a
makes sense.
drawer?
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What?
What are
Oh.
you doing in here?
Nothing.
Ah,
Oh my.
I don't like
What
looking
is
at you
it?
from the front,
Why not?
because you're
Something.
terrifying.
Von Karma!
He's very intense. Notice how his eyes are faced frontward, meaning implying that he's a predator.
Oh.
You.
Meanwhile, Lotta Hart's eyes.
Lotta Heart looks like a tree frog.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I don't know
How
what
do you
he's
know
like.
my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
You bitch.
You're not very bright, are you?
Well, what are you
Let us see.
saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys.
What a bitch.
They are like
I
bugs
hate
to
him.
me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Ooh, Phoenix.
Hot.
Can I,
Hot. It's a spicy one.
can I scooch past you there?
Do we really
No.
want to talk to this guy?
I'm not gonna move until you do. Fool!
I hate your smile.
You think I, a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Bah!
Creep.
I heard Maya's thoughts that time.
I
I
guess.
think it's more like an under the breath talk.
Maybe. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
Why don't engage with him?
A romanticist who still can't shred that veneer of amateurism.
Alright.
Just like his father, always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards?
It's the ultimate revenge.
The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Fuck you,
So,
then.
that trial, huh? Weird.
It's a Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
And that's a different case, so...
You're quite a researcher.
Like, that's a different case. So, like, in this case, you're gonna lose, because I've pretty much proven his innocence already. So,
Well,
I don't like the way you're staring at me.
If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow.
If I leave, will he still be here?
Yeah, probably.
Well, let's just go on with our day.
Alright, bye.
Yeah, see ya. Now, I think you might actually have to present that letter. Which is a dumb move, but...
Hey, is that that's the police department's mascot?
That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot.
I see. How nice.
Tomorrow I'll present it before the department at last. I'm going to make sure they know how much people like the Blue Badger.
Good luck.
Alright, fine. Hey, Edgeworth, I just had a weird run-in with Von Karma. Fine. I'll do the dumb thing. Put him
Would you believe
up!
that Phoenix Wright will make the same mistake 3 times in a game?
In a row. Oh.
Foolish fool.
Put him
Foolishly
up.
fools around.
Put him up, Betty.
The parrot.
Fool!
Bitch.
Fool!
Stop telling me I'm a fool!
Just present
Foolish
the
fool!
letter.
Fine.
Do it, man. Mr. Von Karma, take a look at this.
It's a photocopy that we made. The police have the real one.
This was you, wasn't it?
Phoenix, you dumbass.
You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I have heard him called by that name?
I do want to say I appreciate that we're doing different pronunciations of that name because it makes it seem kind of realistic.
What do you mean? Which one?
Of like Yanni Yogi versus Yanni Yogi.
Oh, fair enough.
It's a nice little detail that I'm appreciating about us.
Roll Yogi.
You know what I feel about you? Same about him. He's a fool.
Wow.
I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble of bringing it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Phoenix, this is the 3rd time in a row. You know how this turns out.
You're a dumbass, Phoenix. Nick, what is that thing?
It's a gun.
Oh, a stun gun for self-defense. Usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
Don't tase me, bro.
600,000.
Zap! And don't worry, people don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter.
No!
No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run!
Maya!
Jesus!
Maya! Maya!
arm.
Out of my way!
Ah!
Ouch.
Okay, where's that?
It's in my name.
He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues.
Glad we read those
Well.
evidence.
Wait, Maya, jump first. Maya, is she okay?
Maya's dead, bro.
Maya!
Shame about not having anyone or a group of people to report crimes to.
Yeah.
In
Maya,
the
open
other
your eyes.
room.
You know, I did promise that I would take it to the police precinct, and I did. Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
No, she dead, bro. Oh no.
No!
The letter! Did he take it?
Huh? Yeah. Are you alright?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most.
100 years passes.
God damn it.
I know it's not the time, but
If you see any large rocks, be careful.
I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Or, you know, call a doctor.
Mr. Von Karma, did you just tase 2 people in the evidence room? I have a permit. This just says I can do what I want. And
Exactly.
nothing. Have a good day, Mr. Von Karma.
Hmm? Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet?
A bullet.
DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Mine now.
Still bears clear ballistic markings.
On.
I'll prove it to you, Maya.
Gredgeworth.
You're most definitely not useless.
Edgery Gregworth.
I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow.
To be continued.
To be continued.
To be continued.
ba 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 bow.
I'm loving it.
No.
I hate that.
No! No!
Damn you.
You did it, and it's good.
No! I know,
Good
but
night, everybody.
no!
Damn.
Alright, dawn of the final day.
Yep.
24
We're
hours
finally
from now.
here.
Performing for you.
If you know,
the words.
you can join in too.
Put your hands together!
If you wanna clap as we take you through this
You're feeling
month's
this, right?
Alright, I'm out of here. Gonna...
This is it. Judgment Day. Dramatic. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things.
What the
Oh God.
What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
That's not how that works.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Zap.
Whoa!
Nelly.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Does she have lightning
Maya,
powers
you're
now?
grounded.
Okay, got him.
That's a good one.
Right,
Okay,
good
got him,
idea.
got him. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. That's Jay.
Oh no! Yeah.
Wow, pal!
I wanted his hair to be all frizzy.
It's already frizzy.
Frizzier.
What's going into that coil?
About 600,000
Detective
volts.
Gumshoe! Yes, you dude.
Why are they playing
Morning.
this for laughs?
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I'd capture our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Wow.
Nice.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe, you're the best. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that's a load of shit. Oh boy. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Maybe he doesn't, and Von Karma's just making him a puppet.
Maybe.
All right. 10 a.m. We're going 10 a.m.
Oh boy.
Time to stream.
Do you know where your kids are?
God damn. Oh yeah, who should be?
Oh yeah,
next
oh
time?
yeah, we need to decide this, huh?
So I would say it's a toss-up between Wander or Jay.
actually, Wander.
Well,
is-
Jay's
no.
got Yanni Yogi.
Yeah. They're flying Yogi.
Probably
Okay,
Lunar.
I
I think we're
actually
gonna-
thought this whole night they were gonna bring in the parrot, and I was gonna have to do all of the questions because he said that he could talk all his secrets
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
no.
parrot. I was like,
Ridiculous.
no, you're
Just
not making me do an
foolhardy.
entire
Hey.
case as the parrot.
Well, I'm glad that you're proven wrong, Jay. We don't need to call in the parrot, of course.
You've done the sniper. You can't keep doing this.
Now, Jay, I think we might see you anyway, so I think
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
think-
be Wander.
Because they just brought in Yanni, or the old man, really.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
You go for it, Wander.
Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Oh, right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
We're being surprisingly cooperative today.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well.
Please be.
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right.
Wrong.
Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this.
Which he totally will. Or would, if it was true, which it's not.
I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. lives in the boat rental shop at the lake from where he witnessed the incident.
Who lives in the noodle shop outside the lake?
Yanni Yogi.
It fits.
In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see.
I will not have you badging the witness, Your Honor.
Oh, of course. That's just as you say. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Is Karma Squidward? I'm pretty sure Edgeworth is Squidward.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Von Karma is Plankton, clearly.
I mean, I would have said he'd be Squilliam.
Love that guy.
I'm sorry about us leaving yesterday like I did, you know.
Uh-huh.
But wasn't running away.
Yeah.
I went to buy some food for Polly and just like figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. So, no, I don't need any of them motive things or whatever.
What a jerk.
And I don't got one.
They are like desperately steering this thing straight into the DL6.
So, my testimony stands as it is from yesterday.
In character.
I'm going forward with the assumption that this guy is a completely sound of mind and is just putting on an act.
My mind has sounds.
Oh.
Thank you. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I am going to prove it. Let's do it.
Sorry about just leaving yesterday.
I just wanted to win and listen, I wanted a cracker.
I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
No.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush into conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Both Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
They weren't running away, you fay.
Hold it. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
Yes.
You told me I could do as much as I wanted.
I didn't mean literally, you fool.
Fine, if I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes.
What do you mean by the when you say the word I? For Polly?
Hold it. Food.
What is this?
Birds
food you
don't
speak
eat.
of?
What?
Birds don't
Food.
eat food.
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats those high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Kinda got lost, you see.
Yeah, sure.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. Nobody's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
You stupid! Please, Your Honor, come to your senses!
Had nothing to do with the incident. I'm getting yelled at.
Hold it. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yeah, seems
Huh?
like it.
I don't remember.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident?
Meh.
Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. Hmm? You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified he clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
Me, I only wanted them motive orders.
What did you say? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do! You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor.
You are falling directly into the trap.
The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies!
Objection!
Order, order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Well, sneeze on it.
Mr. Wright.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, Mr. Von Karma. Mr. Wright,
Thank you,
please tell us this witness's name.
It's Robert Hammond.
it's,
Gotta be.
It's the victim.
It's Mr. Hammer. His name is Yana Yogi, the former court bailiff.
Hmm? Yogi? That name seems familiar. From my childhood. Yes. Watching cartoons in the living room. Oh, wait, no, this is completely different. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DO6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Right. Just ask about the DL6 incidents. Don't make me get the taster again. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it.
Wait, how much evidence did he take?
Like all of it.
Bullet. What's that thing all the way
Everything
to the
but
right
that
there?
bullet.
And this, I guess, but maybe it's not.
What's the thing all the way to the right?
And I think the folder that you already had. Yeah.
Oh,
They said it took everything!
yeah.
He
I
took
guess-
everything that was left in the drawer.
From the evidence. He took everything from the evidence room, not what we already had. Okay.
That makes sense.
I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor,
You mean it's actually like really easy?
it super is, Maya. Please take this man's fingerprints.
I'm so upset.
Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
Sorry, what?
Really?
What? What? No fingerprints?
I see before what does the cat take? I worked in the comical blue. Burn my fingers working on with the stuff. Yep, it's up.
Wow. What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past? That's commitment.
That is commitment.
Oh, well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
I call Manfred von Karma to the witness stand.
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
No!
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. But wait a second.
Don't do it.
Cross-examine his parrot?
What is it, Nick? What are you guys laughing about? No, you're not going to.
Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. von Karma up?
On my proposal.
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
And there's
And
the second
with
one.
that,
There's
and,
the second line.
and with that,
No!
This is the perfect place to stop.
It
Let's do it.
Can you
It is-
can you
it is-
save on this frame?
no, unfortunately. But I can save on this frame.
Okay.
There we go.
Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're gonna cross-examine the parrot.
Let's do it.
What is it, Jay? It sounds like you have something to say
Is
about
there
this.
something wrong?
I'm just gonna make some hot tea with a lot of honey in it.
No.
It'll be fine, Jay.
Fine.
We'll give you some time.
It's only gonna be like 500 lines with parrot.
Yeah, the parrot's gonna start talking in full sentences now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Why would
Brat, let me tell you why I did it. Next time on Aviary Attorney.
See you there.
See you there. Good night, everybody.
Parrot soup.
Oh, parrot soup.
Taser soup.
Oh, taste parrot soup.
Ooh.
Oh no, now it's awful.
Oh, God,
Good
no.
night.
Oh, you made it
Good night.
worse. Good night.